Hi, I'm Designator, and I'm working on a game called Sanctuary Zero. And the AI that I developed for the proof of concept is not good. So, I'm starting over. Man, doesn't it hurt to delete work you've already finished? But in this case, it's the right choice. Here's the plan. I will write, at this point I've already written, general scripts for AI that can be inherited by enemy-specific implementations. The general or abstract classes will handle all the stuff that every AI agent needs to do, while the implementations will have specific logic for each enemy type. Look at me putting my middle school programming education to good use. Every agent will be based on 3 modules. A functions class, which will actually control the enemy and handle things such as movement, shooting, aiming, all that on a mechanical level. States, which contain logic that the AI operates on, and a state machine which hosts the states and also transmits all the states requests to the functions class. As I write this, I realized that I didn't actually implement this, so let me fix that real quick.
A few moments later.
Writing these abstract classes also involved fixing a bunch of complaints from the compiler, since I didn't delete everything related to AI. The one thing I kept was my sensor code, which, allows my AI to perceive its surroundings. Okay, now that I have the basic infrastructure established, let's start building out the AI for our infantry bot here. Let's start by having our boy here move to random waypoints. Okay, good. Now let's put in a nav mesh obstacle so they don't run into each... Okay. I guess we'll burn that bridge once it starts collapsing. Now, let's make him aim in the direction they're going. Not quite. Almost. There we go. Let's add a little bit of randomness to that, which needs a coroutine in the state machine itself, because the states aren't mono behaviors, and I don't know how timers work, nor do I intend to learn anytime soon. Okay, it's a bit too snappy. Let's put a lerp on that. No, that. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's a pro tip. If you calculate the position a thing is supposed to go, it often helps to actually tell the thing to go instead of just calculating a value and throwing it into the garbage collector. At this point, I also decided to tweak the IK settings a little to make the walk cycle a little less bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still not there, but it's getting better. Now this is about as much as the old AI was capable of. Granted, it would also fire at the player, but that was actually quite a hack job, and we're doing it better this time. But first, we need to make a plan. A high-level plan. With diagrams and words. My favorite Dream Theater album. Let's talk about what I want the basic infantry boys to be able to do. I want them to be able to patrol, both on set routes and randomly, as well as stand guard statically. This one is actually pretty easy to implement, so let me just... There we go. Just need to implement the ability to give them a fixed route now, but that's for next time. Their sensors will report any input to them with a certainty modifier. They will investigate any signal above a certain threshold, and will attempt to identify an object providing a signal once certainty crosses a second, higher threshold. If the object is identified as an enemy, they will engage. While they see an enemy, they will try to navigate to a waypoint that is closest to the optimal range in distance from the enemy. Does that make sense? No. Once they lose the enemy, they will navigate to a waypoint as close to ideal range from the spot they've last seen the enemy and either enter search mode or provide suppressive fire based on whether or not another bot in their unit sees the enemy they were fighting. This means that bots need to be able to communicate, which I'll probably do via some sort of blackboard which distributes info, primarily which bot is in which state and if anybody who they're fighting. But anyways, once they enter search mode, they will adjust their certainty modifiers to be much more alert, and they will do some sort of search pattern that I haven't figured out yet, but I'll get back to that. If they find the enemy again, they engage again, and if they don't, they just go back to their default behavior, so either patrolling or guarding. Now, that's a lot of work, but if I take it one step at a time, and I don't run out of medication for my ADHD, it's doable. Next time we're going to get going on all of this. If you've enjoyed the video or are curious about the game and its progress, please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.